Our goal was to be fully prepared for series production by the end of the year. Not only have we done that, we recently achieved an incredible first for Luminar. SAIC, the #1 Chinese automaker, is now integrating our Luminar Iris technology into series production vehicles, starting with the Rising Auto R7, a premium EV for the China market with next-generation safety and autonomous capability powered by Luminar. This marks our first start of production, or SOP, with more on the way. This is the inflection point where, for the first time, autonomous technology evolves from R&D into production vehicles and onto the road in consumers' hands. It's tough to describe in words just how much has gone into making this possible over the past decade. All the efforts in 20 different dimensions that have to come together to make this happen. And this is something that I think is truly special as a milestone for us holistically as a company, and a huge thank you for everyone that's been along this with the journey. Now that we're in and starting series production, there's a lot more left to do to be able to ramp up to where we need to go and scale with all of our different automaker partners. Volvo is going to be announcing here shortly on November 9th. The EX90. Every EX90 will be born with Luminar Lidar, not just as an option or upgrade, but as standard equipment on each new vehicle produced. The Luminar Iris sensor helps create what Volvo calls an invisible shield of safety that allows the EX90 to see beyond human range in darkness, at long distances, with extreme precision down to a centimeter and at highway speeds. Luminar's Lidar will play a key role in Volvo's journey towards zero collisions and in their introduction of unsupervised autonomous driving. Volvo has put an incredible amount of attention into the design, both in terms of capability, but also aesthetics and what it takes to be able to just build a great car in this new era. And that's something they partner closely with us on, and I'm proud to be able to show off the results of what the whole next wave of vehicles will look like.
We're here in the design studio in Gothenburg at Volvo headquarters, and this is really where the magic happens. Automotive design is evolving at a rapid pace. That's especially because of electrification, but also integration of new technology. We're going from a world of horsepower to brain power, all packaged around the beautiful execution and proportion to get a more premium or luxurious experience. At Volvo, we have a unique approach where we combine safety, design, and integration of technology. Volvo's EX90 brings a new standard of safety. And Luminar's Iris Lidar was an essential key ingredient. One of the principles, the main principle around Scandinavian design, is really form follows function. So the integration of the Lidar is really true to that. I mean, the first most important thing of the Lidar is that it can see. So we made a really conscious decision. If we wanted to get the most impact out of this technology, it really needs to go as high as possible up on the roof, to see as far as possible, at highway speeds, both at daytime and nighttime. It's really beyond a human vision and allows the car to have a more complete vision that really enables us to get towards not only zero collision, but assisted drive and eventually autonomous drive. If I think back to seeing the first concepts around autonomous drive cars and what they looked like from the beginning, with these gigantic roof boxes in sort of all corners of each car, everywhere of these big boxes sticking off the car, and I thought from an exterior standpoint, wow, this is going to be quite a challenge to integrate this technology for next generation. And you can see how technology has actually progressed quite rapidly, especially from Luminar's standpoint. We have a relatively small LiDAR on the roof. We've taken Luminar's unit and actually put a cover on top of it, but we've really designed the cover in a way to be very aerodynamic, that has rounded edges in the front. And if you look from plan view on the LiDAR, it's very much shaped as a teardrop that helps the air move cleanly after the LiDAR and reattach to the roof. So in effect, there's very minimal effect on the overall coefficient of drag. And the reason I talk about that is that's a one-to-one relationship with driving range, which is what brings the customer value in the EX90. And we're really proud of how we've integrated into the roofline. It is really a symbol of automotive safety. It's an icon for 21st century automotive safety, much like our safety belt was in the last century. And we are standardizing this technology from Luminar. It's an important ingredient to safety around the vehicle, the customer experience, and the driving experience.
This is what's going to define the whole next generation of transportation. This is the fundamental inflection point in automotive technology for decades, like real impact on consumers' lives. So with that, it's the start of the next journey and phase, and I don't think anyone will be disappointed. Quite the opposite. It's going to be fun. Where we are can be summed up by one simple quote from Winston Churchill. This is not the end. This is not the beginning of the end, but this is the end of the beginning.